Alright, so I was planning to work on the Elko today, but I didn't feel like running to the junkyard to look for a new gearbox. That'll be a later video, but decided to take the nose off the Monte to get these headlights somewhat adjusted on there. I still need to order the springs for it so that they stay in place, but I figured to get them on there for the most part. And once the springs come in, throw those in, throw the nose back on, and call it good. But with the nose off, I think I'm gonna mess around with adjusting the doors and the fenders a little bit more. I think the doors need to be lifted up slightly, and then this fender needs to go in. And I know this one needed to come out a little bit. I already adjusted that one. This side, I think the same thing. The door just needs to come up a little bit, and we should get closer to getting everything lined up. But yeah, with the nose off, I did need to adjust this, the top of the airbox a little bit, because the nose was sagging too low. So before, I didn't have any type of support in between here and here. I had, I think the brace off of Grand Prix, which I think they're a little different from the Monte, but with the intercooler in there, and where the hood latch should go and everything, wasn't going to be able to run that, so I just decided to cut that up a little bit and make a brace. So now that the airbox, the top of it is supported, and it's lifted up a little bit more, so hopefully I could adjust it if I need to, but hopefully the hood is going to be able to come down and line up with the nose. Now, what else? I think that's about it. I'll probably throw the nose back on, but I won't bolt it down. Just make sure everything lines up. Close the hood and see how close that is, if I need to adjust that brace or bring it up a little bit or not. Other than that, I think the next step is to finally cut that crossover pipe, and I'll measure it. I think it's 1.5 to 2 inch crossover pipe. Might be 2 inch crossover pipe, but I'm gonna cut it right up here. I'm gonna cut it and then get some pieces and probably do some pie cuts just to move it out a little bit. I'll throw some tacks in there, but then I'll take it to my buddy to have him actually weld the whole thing up. So that'll be next, and then I think he's working on all the intercooler and intake piping, so get all that buttoned up. Other than that, not sure what to do next. Like I said, it's just too much of a nice day to be messing around in the junkyard, so I said screw it. But what I plan on doing is, I've already done the Jeep steering shafts on both cars, so that's just for clearance issues and take away some of the slack from the rag joint. So those, I believe, are from a like 93, 94 Cherokee, where the gearbox, since this one's been leaking, I believe I read up, and I think it's 93 through 98 Grand Cherokee. I think it's just a little, I think they're the same as far as bolting up and everything, but with the stock ones, I think it's like a 17:1 gear ratio, and then with the Jeep ones, or like the Monte SS ones, it's like 12.7:1 gear ratio, so it tightens up the steering a little bit. So I'll look for that probably sometime this week. And get off, maybe just swing by the junkyard and try to find one. Or as far as this one came off of a G-body, I think a 442. So this one should be good. I'd still have to look up the hoses. Yeah, try to find the part number for the hoses and get all that hooked up. And then I need to look up online and see about the radiator hoses. So I think I looked it up before, just forgot to write down the part numbers. So just find out the right hose I need for this, get all that buttoned up, and then I'll look up and see the lower radiator hose. I think a lot of people just do the universal one. if I have to. That's what I have on the Elko. I just do the universal lower one and make something work. But yeah, just coming out here buttoning up some small stuff. Not gonna make it too long of a video, but we'll go from there. Let's see what else. Like I said, the brakes. Get those bent up a little bit, and what I think I'm gonna do is I need to take them out of the proportioning valve and then put them in the master cylinder, and then see what I need to cut or bend back into the proportioning valve, and then flare those, and hopefully those lines will be good to go. I did look up, and I mentioned it before about putting a handbrake in there, like a hydraulic e-brake, which I might consider it. I saw one the other day. I was up at Vandermeer Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0, and there's a, I'm not sure the year, but there's a clean Monte Carlo that had the handbrake in there, and I was picking his brain a little bit about it, so it'd be something to consider. I just think it looked nice in there. And then I think he just had the single caliper in the rear. He didn't do the duals, so I think he said he just teed it into the rear one and then ran it to the back. So it still worked with the foot brake, and then if you needed the handbrake, you could use it also. So I might look into that some more. But that's pretty much it. Just a quick little update. Like I said, really trying to get that back out a couple more times this year. I think in a week or so, when I throw this video up, there'll be another Cairo G-body meet. So do a little quick video up there, and it might break out the camera and try some different things with actually just car photography instead of just the cars or the videos. So get some pictures, start editing those, and just see what I could do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm gonna grab the nose, just toss it back on, do a quick fit, see how everything lines up, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, with the brace on here now, definitely gonna go with the hood pins. So need to, or the hood latches. So need to figure out which ones I want to order with that. I think I need to order the springs for the headlights, order the rear side marker bezels, and then what else did I look up today? Oh, the parking lights. So these ones that go down here, I said I mentioned before that I did have them. Try to cheap out, order the ones on Amazon for 25 bucks. Don't do it. The openings for the sockets, they don't fit, or the lights will fit through it, but they won't tighten up on them. So just spend the extra 75 bucks and get the original ones, or get the ones that actually fit. So I have to look up. Alright, I'll order those, and then I should be able to button up everything with the front, not have to take that off anymore. What else? Yeah, I think that might be it, at least for this video. So I'll catch you guys back on next time, either when I'm in the junkyard or coming out ready to work on the Elko, get the power steering and gearbox, get all that from leaking, and that's it. So just a little quick update coming out. It's a nice day, so I don't know, get the bike out, go grab something to eat, or just cook something. But that's it. Nothing too exciting. So like I always say, if there's something I haven't done yet that you guys want to see me do, just hit me up in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram, and when I get to it, I'll try to pay a little bit more attention to it. And I'm not gonna call you out, but you know who you are. Talk about the PT. That's the first car. It's not going anywhere. I don't care if I have to drop a whole bunch of money into it. I just turbo swapped it. Still working out some bugs. And I don't know, who knows, I might get bored one day and Hemi swap it or LS swap it, rear wheel drive conversion. Who knows, but it's not going anywhere. Don't talk about the baby Bentley. But yeah, that's it. Alright, so I just set it back on there for now. Nothing's bolted down. So eventually this fender will go down a little bit. So that'll come down and that'll all get buttoned up. So we'll be good there. The hood needs to come forward a little bit. So I'll have to adjust those screws back there. But once it is closed, once it's closed and forward and all this is buttoned up, it should all line up just right. So should be good there. Like I said, that'll come down a little bit more and the nose will come up a little bit once all the bolts and everything are in. So we should be good. Just need to pull the hood forward. Famous creaks. But yeah, so just decided to throw that back on real quick, and then all this lines up a lot better than it was, I think, before. I think the nose was sticking out a little bit, so that's all lining up a lot better. And like I said, once this gets all, need to get the right bolt for that, and that'll come down a little bit, and we'll be all good on that side too. So I think I just need to loosen these up and slide the hood up just a tad, and should be good. But yeah, let me adjust the hood, and then I'll mess with everything else a little bit later. But those headlights in there, that's a good look with the bezels finally on. Like I said, once they're actually adjusted right, it should be even better. But yeah, they look good. Yeah, those springs are definitely needed, so I'm gonna order those today. I think the only place I've seen them from is Mike's Monte. So it's actually cheaper than I paid for the adjustment screws, to buy the adjustment screws and the springs from them in their kit. So I need to get on that. I say I'll probably order these just so I can knock those out of the way, so I don't have to worry about taking the bumper back off. And I don't want to, but it already has the holes for the license plate, so might as well find that bracket and get that ordered. So the front one, like I said, it might be the Colorado G-body one, or I might get one made up. The same thing, just a vanity plate, and put Mona Lisa on the front of it. So that's the car's name. So I might do that. I might do the Colorado G-body one, but I think I'm gonna do the Mona or Mona Lisa. I do that on the front. What else? Those look good just for the vanity plates, just for shows and whatnot. And then I'm gonna take these off, the valve covers, get them cleaned up, and then I'm not sure if I mentioned in a video yet or not, but the black on here is gonna get swapped out with something else. My buddy hit me up. It's like, hey, they had this color on sale. You wanna give it a shot? I'm like, why not? Let's do it. So I'm gonna get them cleaned up and give them to him. He's gonna sandblast them and powder coat them, and we're gonna throw them on here and get the engine bay to pop a little bit. So we'll see. If they don't work on here, I can throw them on here. Of course, I gotta clean all this up anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, that's it for now. Those look pretty good. But yeah, let me take this back off, adjust the hood, and then I'll cut you guys back on in the next one.